And some of you already know this, maybe, others maybe not, but I'm gay. Et alors, some may say. And yes, nowadays I feel the same way, but back in the 90s, when I first realized I was gay, the future didn't look very bright to me. I thought I would have to keep my relationship a secret, getting married was out of the question, and being a father even more. So not exactly la vie en rose. Today I am married, today I have a child, and I'm openly gay also as a minister. I have, of course, the good fortune of living in Belgium, where from a legal point of view we are far ahead of other countries when it comes to gay rights. But in everyday life we are not as free as we would like to be. In some areas here in Brussels, I'm afraid to hold my husband's hand when we walk in the streets, and like all other gays, I have been the victim of hate speech. And I have friends who have had it worse. They have been beaten up just because they are gay. It is not in my nature to accept things the way they are. I won't accept the status quo. I won't accept the fact that people feel they have to attack me because I am gay. Nobody can accept this, but today it is a real struggle in Brussels. I'm not talking only about homophobia, of course, but about hate crimes in general. So also on racism, also on sexism, etc. Hate crimes are not an easy issue to deal with, as they are most of the time not committed by a group or a gang, but rather by individuals that cross the line, often directly linked by macho culture. When we talk about hate crimes, we do not only refer to physical violence, but also to verbal aggression. The impact of hate speech as such is, if you ask me, often underestimated. Nevertheless, it is a serious crime where we cannot close our eyes for, seeing the mental consequences for the victims. If we really want to eliminate hate crimes, everyone has to contribute, and I think that's often a problem. The public often has the reaction to say, well, they have to solve it for us, the political, the government has to solve it, the police has to solve it, but it is not working like that, of course. Of course, the political and educational authorities, police, the justice department has to act, the police force and the judiciary, excuse me. They need to take hate crimes seriously and prosecute offenders. Local authorities also have a role to fulfill. There is the possibility to have administrative sanctions. There is the need to do sensibilization and agenda setting. So there is also a responsibility for the local authorities. There is also an important role for educational institutions. We have to teach children that respect for each other is fundamental, and that being different is something positive. But I also want to say the clear message that we do have to act all together. So also the people in the streets have to act. If you are confronted with a hate crime, do not look the other way, but act. Call the police, take a picture with your phone, help the victim, show the offender that this behavior is not acceptable. Of course, it's not easy to do, and we are certainly in Brussels, and maybe not in other countries or less in other countries and other cities, but certainly in Brussels, we are now in a society where it is where people are not used to do that. It's much more easy to look the other way, and most of the people do it. Even the victims do not react anymore. Many people say, well, we are victim, okay, there's something which has happened, but no, we don't go to the police, because it will not help. They are not going to do something, which makes that you have a kind of de-responsabilization of a very large part of the society. But I think that even a small small action can make a difference, and we have to convince people that it is like that. As State Secretary for Equal Opportunities and Diversity in the Brussels Capital Region, it is my duty also to act. The last 2 years, we have given financial support to different organizations that are related to this field. Last year, we launched a sensibilization campaign to convince people, to convince victims and witnesses to report hate crimes to the police. We organized also special educational trainings for police officers, something which was really necessary. We did it with the Center of Equal Opportunities, and with success. And in June we will launch the next campaign, which is do not be an accomplice to a crime, but act, do something, call the police, take a photo. We do that also together with the center. The Brussels Capital Region is the only real multicultural region in Belgium. In Brussels, people with different cultures and backgrounds live together, what leads to increased difficulty of understanding each other. But why would we have to see those differences as a difficulty? As State Secretary, I want to create a diverse region where people see those differences as added value and not as a problem. It is nonetheless an ongoing battle that we have to solve together. So police, government, civilians, associations. Together we can change the mentality, because that's the thing we have to do. And we can make Brussels a better place. We want Brussels to be a city where we can feel at home. A city where everybody respects each other and where you can be yourself. We know there's a long way to go, but we want to act and we want to begin together today. Thank you.